Hello everyone, my name is Vengedesh, son of THIAGARAJAN. My matrix card number is 09DEE20F2011. In this video, I'm going to present about obesity and overweight in Malaysia. Let's take a look in introduction. Overweight and obesity are defined as abnormal or excessive fat accumulation that may impair health. Body mass index (BMI) is a simple index of weight for height that is commonly used to classify overweight and obesity in adults. So, reason why obesity is common among Malaysia, let's see, is obesity is one of the major public health issues among Malaysians, and it associated with a variety of serious health problems such as diabetes, heart disease, stroke, and certain types of cancer. While we know that many of us are subject to sedentary lifestyle and find it difficult to resist delicious but often unhealthy local food, we ignore the fact that Malaysia was Asia's fattest country with having the highest rate of obesity. According to Deputy Health Minister Dato Seri Ilmi Yayab, there were about 3 million obese Malaysians, and the number has increased to about 5 million individuals who suffer from varying degrees of diabetes. How did we end up with these statistics? Take a look at the cause of obesity in Malaysia, such as the bad habits, sweets, junk food, less at home, and less exercise and unhealthy drinks. So the first one is like sweets, junk food, unhealthy drinks, or unhealthy meal options. One of the common causes of obesity is the consumption of unhealthy foods. For example, a bubble tea serving as an average of 20 teaspoons of sugar, which is too much for just one drink, while a 100-gram serving of nasi lemak amounts to 585 calories. We are aware that our foods are gastronomically amazing and delicious, but to eat nasi lemak or kari laksa for every meal is bad to our health, not just because of the high amount of calories, but the lack of nutrients in each Malaysian food. Second is less exercise, or I can say the rest at home too much. Most of Malaysians spend their leisure time watching television, playing computer games, eating, and or reading something. However, going for exercise in the park or at the park or a gym is not part of the Malaysian culture. Lack of physical activities contributes the fact that Malaysia is the most obsessed country in Asia with a lot of sedentary lifestyle. Next, let's we talk about the statistic. Here is the bar graph of comparison of prevalence of obesity among people in year 1, year 6, and form 3 for the month of January to June 2014. So let's we focus on form 3, that is a grey bar. So the highest prevalence goes to Sarawak state, and the lowest prevalence goes to the Terengganu state. So Perlis was fractionally higher than the Kedah. It can be seen that there were um, 9.46 for Perlis and 8.77 for the Kedah. Next, let's we compare Penang to Perak. So also that Penang is fractionally higher than Perak. That is the it can be seen that there were 5.91 to Penang and 4.9 to Perak. So next, let's we compare the WPKL and WP Putrajaya. So WPKL is fractionally lower than the WP Putrajaya. It can be seen that uh, 8.40 to WPL and 8.47 to WP Putrajaya. And next is Selangor was much higher, much lower than Negeri Sembilan, that is 4.21 for Selangor and 8.64 to the Negeri Sembilan. And Melaka was much higher than Johor, that is 7.89 for Melaka and 4.06 for Johor. So the Pahang was much higher than Terengganu, that is 9.56 to Pahang and 3.93 to Terengganu. And let's move to the Kelantan is much a little higher than Labuan, that is the 7.76 to Kelantan and 5.84 to Labuan. And lastly, Sabah was much lower than Sarawak, that is 7.8 for Sabah and 10.79 to Sarawak. Finally, let's talk about how to overcome obesity and overweight. First thing first, avoid processed foods. Consumption of processed foods is linked to a higher risk of obesity. Foods that are high in fat, salt, sugar are not only unhealthy but it also encourages overeating. So leave the chips and start substituting water for soda for starters, then start tweaking your diet to ensure that you integrate more whole foods and fresh fruits and vegetables to your meals and snacks. Second is increase your physical activities. Unhealthy diet and physical activities always go hand in hand in decreasing the risk of obesity and even in combating it if you already are obese or overweight. Exercise, even in moderate amounts, can go a long way in helping you keep the weight off. Aerobic activities like walking, hiking, and dancing, or more vigorous ones like running, swimming, and cycling will increase your energy expenditure, therefore helping you burn fat and increase your muscle weight. The third is ensure that you are getting enough sleep. Sleeplessness can lead to obesity in many different ways. According to Harvard University's School of Public Health, people who lack enough sleep become too tired to exercise, decreasing the calories burned side of the weight change equation. Sleep deprived individuals may take in more calories simple because they are awake longer and have more opportunities to eat. Moreover, sleeplessness are also disrupts the balance of key hormones that control appetite. So people who lack sleep may be hungrier than usual. And lastly, of course, we must do that is visit your doctor's office. Most people do not realize this, but a visit to your physician should be made out of habit and not out of need. If you are concerned about weight related health problems and you feel like you are at risk of being it's obese, pay your doctor a visit and ask him or her about obesity management. You and your doctor can evaluate your current health condition, discuss health risks, and look at your weight loss option. Thanks for listening.